Please help my mommy. They're hurting her, the man with the big house is beating her again. Nobody looked. The biker bar was loud. 15 bikes had just pulled in. The men were laughing, lighting smokes, slapping each other's backs. Music played from someone's phone. Beer cans opened with a crack. Sky stood near the fence crying. Her chest moved up and down fast. Her face was wet with tears. Her dress was torn at the shoulder. She said it again, louder this time. Please. Someone help my mommy. Still nothing. One biker walked past her to grab his helmet. Another one laughed at a joke. A third one checked his phone. Sky's voice broke. She fell to her knees on the gravel. Her hands covered her face. The sobs came harder now. Loud. Raw. The kind of crying that came from a place too deep for a kid her age. That's when Hawk noticed. He was mid-smoke, leaning against his bike, when he heard it. Not the words. The sound. The breaking in her voice. He turned his head. There she was. Small. Alone. Crying in the corner like the world had forgotten her. Hawk's face changed. He dropped his smoke and walked over. His boots crunched on the gravel. The other men saw him move. One by one, they went quiet. The music stopped. The jokes died. Hawk bent down in front of her. Hey. Kid. Look at me. Sky lifted her head. Her eyes were red and swollen. Who's your mama? She wiped her nose with her arm. Mrs. Tara, she cleans his house. One of the bikers behind Hawk said, the rich guy's maid? Sky nodded fast. He locks her in. He yells. Tonight he hit her so hard she fell down. Before we dive into this story, tell us where in the world you're watching from and what time it is right now. Someone near you might be watching too. And don't forget to subscribe to support and appreciate the work we do on this channel. Hawk's jaw got tight. He looked back at his men. They all stared now. Nobody smiled. He turned back to Sky. Where? She pointed down the hill. Past the trees. Past the church. To the rich side of town where the big houses sat. The mansion lights glowed far away. Bright. Clean. Perfect from outside. But Sky knew what happened inside. Hawk stood up. He threw his smoke on the ground and crushed it with his boot. Stay here, he said. No. Sky jumped up and grabbed his jacket. He'll kill her. Please, you have to go now. Hawk stopped. He looked at her small hand holding his sleeve. Then he looked at his crew. We all go. The men didn't argue. They got on their bikes. Hawk bent down again. Then you're coming with me. Sky climbed on behind him. Her arms went around his waist tight. She'd never been on a bike before. Her heart beat so hard it hurt. The engines roared. Every rumble grew heavier. The mansion got closer. They reached the gates. Big. Gold. Tall enough to block out the sky. 2 guards stood at the front. Both had guns on their hips. Both looked bored. Until they saw the bikes. 15 motorcycles rolled up slow. The engines rumbled low. The sound made the ground shake. The guard straightened up. One of them put his hand near his gun. Hawk killed his engine. He got off first. Sky stayed on the bike behind him. He walked up calm. No rush. No fear. Tell your boss Tara's daughter is here. The first guard looked at Sky. Then back at Hawk. He smirked. She doesn't have a daughter. Sky jumped off the bike. Her legs were shaky but she walked forward anyway. I do exist. The guard's smirk dropped. He stared at her for a second too long. Something in his face changed. The second guard spoke into his radio. Boss, there's a kid here. Says she's Tara's daughter. Static came back. Then a voice. Cold. Sharp. Let them in. The gates opened slow. Hawk looked back at his men. They stayed on their bikes. Ready. He took Sky's hand. Stay close. They walked through. The driveway was long. Too long. Trees lined both sides. Lights hung from every branch. It looked like a movie set. But Sky wasn't impressed. She'd been here before. She knew what it really was. A prison. They reached the front door. It opened before they could knock. A man in a suit stood there. Older. Thin. His face had no emotion. This way. They followed him inside. The house was huge. Marble floors. Gold everything. Paintings on the walls that probably cost more than most people made in a year. But then they heard it. A scream. Sky's whole body froze. Mama. She ran. Hawk ran after her. The man in the suit shouted, "Wait. You can't." Too late. Sky burst through a door on the left. Hawk was right behind her. And there she was. Tara. On the floor. Hair pulled back. Face red. Tears running down her cheeks. Standing over her was the billionaire. Tall. Clean suit. Expensive watch. His hand was in her hair. His other hand pointed at a broken glass on the floor. "You broke my glass again," he shouted. Tara sobbed. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Hawk stepped in. His voice was calm. Quiet. But it cut through the room like a blade. "Enough." The billionaire turned. His face went from anger to shock in half a second. "Who are you?" Hawk didn't blink. "Someone who hates seeing women cry." The room went silent. Tara looked up. Her eyes went wide when she saw Sky. "No. Sky, you shouldn't be here." Sky ran to her. She dropped to her knees and threw her arms around her mama. The billionaire let go of Tara's hair. He stepped back. His face was red. His hands shook. But he didn't say a word. The silence burned. Tara covered her face with her hands. Blood dripped from her lip. "Don't, Hawk, please," she whispered. Hawk stared at her. "You know me?" She nodded. Didn't look up. The billionaire pointed at Hawk. His fingers shook. "You all will regret this. Do you know who I am?" Hawk didn't move. "Don't care. I own this town. I own the police. I own judges. I own." "You don't own her." The billionaire's mouth opened. Then closed. His face turned red again. Sky pulled her mama's arm. "Mama, let's go." "Please." Tara shook her head fast. Tears kept falling. "He owns me, Sky. I can't leave." "What?" Sky's voice cracked. Hawk stepped closer. "No one owns anyone." The billionaire laughed. It was loud. Fake. "She signed a contract. She owes me 3 more years. If she leaves, I'll take her house. Her savings. Everything." Tara sobbed harder. "It's true. I signed it when I needed money for Sky's hospital bills." Sky's heart dropped. "Mama. Hawk looked at Tara. Then at the billionaire. Then at Sky. He made a choice. We're leaving. The billionaire's face twisted. You can't just take my maid. Hawk turned to him. His voice stayed calm. No. We're taking a mother. He bent down and helped Tara stand. She was shaking so hard she could barely walk. Sky held her other arm. The billionaire stepped forward. If you walk out that door, I'll destroy all of you. I'll. Hawk stopped. He turned around one last time. Try. They walked out. The man in the suit didn't stop them. The guards at the gate didn't move. The billionaire stood in the doorway. His fists clenched. His jaw tight. He didn't follow. But he shouted. You think this is over? I'll find you. I'll take everything from you. Hawk didn't look back. They reached the bikes. Tara's legs gave out. One of the bikers caught her. Easy. We got you. Hawk looked at her. Can you hold on? She nodded. Barely. Sky climbed on behind her mama. Her arms wrapped around Tara's waist tight. The engine started. One by one, the bikes rolled out. Slow at first. Then faster. The mansion lights got smaller behind them. Tara looked back once. Just once. The billionaire was still standing in the doorway. Watching. His face looked like stone. She turned forward. Closed her eyes. Let the wind hit her face. Sky whispered in her ear. You're safe now, Mama. Tara didn't answer. She couldn't. Because deep down, she knew. He would come for her. Men like him always did. The bikes turned onto the main road. The city lights blurred past them. For the first time in 3 years, Tara wasn't locked in that house. But freedom didn't feel real yet. It felt like borrowed time. At the biker's garage, Tara sat on an old couch. She didn't move. Didn't speak. Just stared at the floor. Hawk gave her tea. The cup was chipped but clean. You safe now? Tara took the cup with both hands. They still shook. He'll find me. Let him try. She looked up at him. You don't understand. He has money. Power. He can make people disappear. One of the bikers, a guy named Rook, leaned against the wall. Then we make him disappear first. Hawk shot him a look. Not helping. Sky sat next to her mama. Why don't we go to the police? Tara shook her head fast. He pays them. Last year, another maid tried to report him. She went to the station. 2 days later, she was gone. Nobody saw her again. The room went quiet. Sky's face went pale. Gone? Like, dead? Tara didn't answer. She didn't have to. Hawk rubbed his face. Then we keep you here. No one knows about this place except us. Tara looked around. The garage was old. Oil stains on the floor. Tools hanging on the walls. Bikes in different stages of repair. It smelled like gas and metal. But it felt safer than that mansion ever did. She stood up. Walked to the sink. Started washing her cup. Hawk watched her. What are you doing? Cleaning. You don't work here. She kept washing. I have to do something. I can't just sit. Hawk walked over. He gently took the cup from her hands. You rest. That's what you do. Tara's eyes filled with tears again. I don't know how. Sky got up and hugged her mama from behind. Then we learned together. Tara turned around. She held her daughter tight. For the first time in hours, she smiled. Just a little. The men gave them space. They went back to their bikes. Pretended to work. But they kept glancing over. Hawk stepped outside. He lit a smoke. His mind was racing. Rook followed him out. What's the play? Don't know yet. That guy's not gonna let this go. I know. Rook crossed his arms. We can't fight money, Hawk. He'll send lawyers. Cops. Maybe worse. Hawk took a long drag. Then we don't fight him head-on. What does that mean? Means we think. Not punch. Rook nodded. He didn't look convinced. But he trusted Hawk. Inside, Tara finally sat down again. Sky curled up next to her. Her eyes were heavy. Mama? Yeah, baby? Are we gonna be okay? Tara kissed her head. I don't know. That's okay. At least we're together. Tara closed her eyes. Her daughter's words hit harder than anything the billionaire ever said. Outside, Hawk finished his smoke. He looked at the sky. No stars tonight. Just clouds. He knew the storm was coming. Men like that billionaire don't stop. They hunt. They punish. And Hawk had just made himself the target. The next morning, Hawk found a letter at the door. White envelope. No stamp. Just his name written on the front in perfect handwriting. He opened it. Return what isn't yours, or I'll take it myself. No signature. Didn't need one. Hawk folded the letter and walked inside. Tara was awake. She sat at the small table with Sky, eating toast. He showed her the letter. Her face went white. The toast fell from her hand. He means me. Hawk put the letter down. Let him come. Tara stood up fast. Her chair scraped the floor. You don't understand him. He doesn't make threats. He makes promises. So do I. She grabbed his arm. Please. You don't know what he's capable of. Sky looked up at both of them. He's scared of you, Mama. That's why he writes letters instead of coming here himself. The men who were nearby laughed a little. One of them, a guy named Crow, nodded. Smart kid. But Tara didn't laugh. She sat back down. Her hands covered her face. Hawk bent down next to her. Listen. You're not going back. Not now. Not ever. He won't stop. Neither will we. That night, things changed. Around 8, a black car pulled up near the garage. It didn't park close. Just sat there. Far enough to watch. Close enough to be seen. Tinted windows. Engine running. Hawk noticed first. He stepped outside with Rook. That him? Don't know. Can't see through the glass. They stood there for 5 minutes. The car didn't move. Then it drove off. Slow. Like it had all the time in the world. Rook spit on the ground. He's checking us out. Hawk nodded. He wants us to know he's watching. Inside, Tara felt it. She didn't need to see the car. She knew. He was out there. Sky noticed her mama's hands shaking again. Mama, what's wrong? Nothing, baby. But Sky wasn't stupid. She looked at Hawk when he came back in. Was it him? Hawk didn't lie. Maybe. Sky's face got serious. Then we need a plan. Hawk almost smiled. You sound like a biker. I'm serious. I know you are. Tara stood up. She walked to the window. Looked outside even though it was dark now. He's not going to stop until he gets what he wants. Hawk crossed his arms. What does he want? Really? Tara turned around. Her voice was quiet. Control. He doesn't care about the cleaning. Or the contract. He cares that someone said no to him. Rook shook his head. Rich people are crazy. Hawk kept his eyes on Tara. So we take away his control. How? Still figuring that out. The room went quiet. Outside, far down the street, the black car sat parked again. Engine off this time. Someone inside watched through binoculars. Took notes. Took pictures. The world outside wasn't done yet. If you're already hooked, hit that subscribe button right now. Because what happens next? You won't believe it. Drop a comment telling me if you think Tara should have stayed or run. Let's talk. And everyone inside the garage knew it. Sky sat by her mom on the couch. The garage was quiet. Most of the men were outside working on bikes. The sound of tools clanging filled the air. Sky looked up. Mama, do you still love him? Tara froze. Her hand stopped mid-air. She was holding a cup of water. Love? That's not love, baby. Sky nodded slowly. Then why are you scared? Tara put the cup down. She stared at it for a long time before answering. Because love and fear are twins sometimes. When you care about someone, you fear what they can do. And when they hurt you enough, you can't tell the difference anymore. Hawk overheard from the doorway. He'd been standing there longer than they knew. He walked in. No. Fear is a choice. Love is courage. Tara looked at him. Something in her eyes softened. You sound like my late husband. Hawk sat down across from them. Then he was a wise man. Sky's face lit up a little. My dad? Tara smiled. Small but real. Yes. Your dad. Sky leaned forward. Is he in heaven? Tara nodded. He's watching us right now. I'm sure of it. Does he know we're in trouble? He knows. And he's proud of you for being brave. Sky thought about that. Then she looked at Hawk. Do you think he sent you? Hawk didn't know how to answer. He wasn't a believer. Hadn't been in years. But looking at this kid, he couldn't say no. Maybe he did. Outside, the sky got darker. Clouds rolled in fast. Thunder rumbled in the distance. Tara stood up and walked to the window. She watched the storm come closer. He used to say storms don't come to destroy. They come to clean. Hawk stood next to her. Smart man. He was. Until cancer took him. Sky came over too. She held her mama's hand. Did he fight? Every day. For 2 years. But some fights you can't win. Hawk looked down at Sky. Your dad sounds like a fighter. He was. Mama says I have his eyes. Tara smiled through tears. You do. Lightning flashed outside. Bright and sharp. It lit up the whole garage for a second. Then thunder followed. Loud. The kind that shakes your chest. Sky jumped a little. Tara held her close. Inside, they all sat quiet. The storm hit hard. Rain pounded the roof. Wind rattled the windows. But inside, it felt safe. For the first time in years, Tara felt like she could breathe. She looked at Hawk. Thank you. He shook his head. Don't thank me yet. Why not? Because storms don't pass. They wait. Tara knew what he meant. The billionaire wasn't done. This was just the calm. Sky yawned. Her head rested on her mama's shoulder. Mama? Yeah, baby? I'm tired. Then sleep. I got you. Sky closed her eyes. Tara held her tight. Outside, the storm raged. Inside, a mother held her daughter. And somewhere out there, the billionaire watched the same storm, planning his next move. A woman entered the garage the next day. She didn't look like trouble. Clean white suit. Heels that clicked on the concrete. Hair tied back perfect. Smiled like she did this every day. The men stopped working. They stared. She walked straight to Hawk. Mr. Hawk? He didn't move. Just looked at her. Who's asking? My name is Ms. Pierce. I work for Mr. Donovan. Hawk's jaw tightened. Then you're lost. She smiled wider. Like she expected that answer. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to offer peace. Tara came out from the back room. She saw the woman and stopped dead. Ms. Pierce saw her too. Her smile didn't drop. Hello, Tara. Tara said nothing. Hawk stepped between them. Say what you came to say. Then leave. Ms. Pierce pulled out a folder. Opened it. Showed papers inside. Mr. Donovan wants to resolve this quietly. He's willing to triple Tara's salary. Full benefits. A new contract with better terms. And a signing bonus of $50,000. The room went silent. $50,000. That was more money than Tara had seen in her entire life. Sky came out too. She stood next to her mama. What's happening? Tara's hands shook. She didn't answer. Ms. Pierce kept talking. All he asks is that she comes back. No hard feelings. Clean slate. Hawk didn't take the folder. She's not property. Ms. Pierce's smile finally dropped. Just a little. I'm not saying she is. I'm saying he values her work. And he's willing to pay for it. Rook spoke up from the back. Sounds like buying a person to me. Ms. Pierce ignored him. She kept her eyes on Tara. Think about your daughter, Tara. 50,000 could change her life. College. A real home. Stability. Tara's eyes filled with tears. She looked at Sky. Sky shook her head. No, Mama. Don't. Ms. Pierce put the folder on the table. I'll leave this here. You have 24 hours to decide. She turned to leave. Then stopped. Looked back at Hawk. You seem like a smart man, Mr. Hawk. So let me be clear. If Tara doesn't return, you've just made yourself an enemy with endless pockets. Lawyers. Judges. Police. All of them. Mr. Donovan doesn't lose. Hawk picked up the folder. For a second, Ms. Pierce's face lit up. Then he walked to the trash can. Dropped it in. Her face went cold. Suit yourself. She left. Her heels clicked all the way to her car. The door closed behind her. Nobody spoke for a long time. Tara sat down. Her head in her hands. 50,000. Hawk bent down next to her. Not worth your life. But it could save hers. Sky hugged her mama. I don't need money. I need you. Tara cried. Hard. Outside, Ms. Pierce made a phone call. He said no. A pause. Then the billionaire's voice came through. Cold. Final. Then we moved to Plan B. Days passed. Tara started helping around the garage. She cleaned. Organized tools. Made coffee for the men. Hawk told her to stop. She didn't listen. I need to do something, she said. I can't just sit. Sky drew on cardboard boxes with old markers. She made pictures of bikes. Of her mama smiling. Of the sky. She laughed again. Real laughs. The kind kids should have. Tara watched her and cried happy tears. But Hawk saw something else. Every night, the same black car parked down the street. Different spots. But always there. Sometimes close. Sometimes far. Always watching. He didn't tell Tara at first. Didn't want to scare her. But on the fifth night, Rook noticed too. That's the same car. Hawk nodded. I know. He's watching us. Yeah. Rook crossed his arms. What's the play? We wait. See what he does. And if he does something? Hawk didn't answer. Inside, Tara was tucking Sky into a sleeping bag on the couch. They didn't have much. But it was enough. Sky yawned. Mama? Yeah, baby? Are we safe here? Tara paused. She wanted to say yes. She wanted to believe it. I think so. Sky closed her eyes. Good. I like it here. The men are nice. Tara smiled. She kissed Sky's head. They are. But then she looked out the window. Saw Hawk standing outside. His arms crossed. His face serious. She knew something was wrong. She walked outside. The air was cold. Her breath came out like smoke. What is it? Hawk pointed down the street. See that car? She squinted. Saw the black shape in the distance. Her stomach dropped. He's watching us. Every night. Her hands started shaking. He's going to take her, isn't he? Take who? Sky. Hawk turned to her. Why would he take Sky? Tara's voice cracked. Because he knows that's the only way to get me back. He doesn't care about me. He cares about control. And Sky is his control. Hawk's face went hard. He doesn't touch kids. You don't know him like I do. Then help me know. Tara looked at the ground. 2 years ago, another maid had a son. The boy saw something he shouldn't have. Next week, the boy was gone. The maid went back to work like nothing happened. Hawk's jaw clenched. Where's the boy now? I don't know. No one does. The wind blew harder. Hawk looked back at the car. Then at Tara. He's not taking her. You can't promise that. Watch me. Tara wanted to believe him. But fear doesn't leave that easy. Inside, Sky slept. She dreamed of her dad. Of heaven. Of better days. Outside, Hawk made a call. I need eyes on someone. Rich guy. Name's Donovan. Find out everything. The voice on the other end said, why? Because he's about to cross a line. What line? Hawk looked at the garage. At the little girl sleeping inside. Mine. One evening, Sky vanished. Tara came out from the bathroom. Sky, dinner's ready. No answer. She looked at the couch. Empty. Sky. Still nothing. Her heart started beating faster. Sky, this isn't funny. Hawk looked up from his bike. What's wrong? She's not here. The men stopped working. Everyone started looking. Under tables. Behind bikes. In the back rooms. Nothing. Tara's voice got louder. Sky. Baby, where are you? Rook checked outside. Not out here either. Tara's legs went weak. She grabbed the table to hold herself up. No, 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 no. Hawk came back inside. His face was tight. He held a piece of paper. Tara saw it. What is that? He didn't want to show her. But he had to. She grabbed it from his hand. Trade for peace. Tara screamed. Not words. Just sound. Raw. Broken. She fell to her knees. The paper dropped from her hand. He took her. He took my baby. Hawk bent down. We'll get her back. How? He has her. He has my daughter. The men gathered around. Nobody knew what to say. Tara's whole body shook. She couldn't breathe right. We have to call the police. No. Hawk's voice was firm. What? You said he owns them. If we call, he'll know. And he'll move her somewhere we can't find. Tara sobbed into her hands. Then what do we do? Hawk stood up. His jaw was tight. His fists clenched. We find another way. What way? He has everything. Money. Power. We have nothing. Rook stepped forward. We have numbers. And we have anger. Crow nodded. We know people. People who owe us. Hawk looked at all of them. Then back at Tara. He thinks he won. He thinks you'll trade yourself for her. Tara looked up. Her face was red and wet. I will. I'll go back. Just give me my daughter. No. Yes. I don't care what happens to me. Hawk grabbed her shoulders. Not hard. But firm. Listen to me. If you go back, he wins. And Sky grows up knowing her mama gave up. Is that what you want? Tara's mouth opened. But no words came out. Hawk kept going. We get her back. But we do it smart. Not desperate. Tara's voice was barely a whisper. How? I don't know yet. She broke down again. Covered her face. She's so scared right now. She's calling for me and I'm not there. Hawk's chest felt heavy. He'd seen a lot in his life. Violence. Loss. Pain. But watching a mother cry for her child hit different. He stood up. Looked at his men. Everyone we know. Every contact. Every favor. We use it all. Rook nodded. I'll make calls. Crow grabbed his phone. Me too. Hawk walked outside. He lit a smoke. His hands shook. He didn't know how yet. But he would find her. He had to. Sky woke up in a bright room. Too bright. The lights hurt her eyes. She sat up fast. Her heart pounded. This wasn't the garage. This wasn't home. The bed was huge. Soft. The sheets smelled like flowers. She looked around. Everything was white. White walls. White curtains. White carpet. A woman sat in a chair near the door. She smiled when Sky woke up. Good morning, sweetheart. Sky's voice shook. Where's my mama? The woman stood up. She walked closer. Don't cry. You'll see your mama soon. Where am I? Somewhere safe. Sky's eyes filled with tears. I want my mama now. The woman bent down. Her voice was soft. Sweet. Too sweet. I know, honey. But first, you need to eat. Are you hungry? Sky shook her head. She wasn't hungry. She was scared. The woman touched her shoulder. Sky pulled away. Don't touch me. The woman's smile didn't drop. Okay. I understand. You're confused. That's normal. Who are you? My name is Claire. I take care of kids. I don't need you. I need my mama. Claire nodded. I know. But right now, you're here. So let's make the best of it, okay? Sky's lip trembled. Where's the mean man? Claire's face changed. Just for a second. Mean man? The one who hurt my mama. Claire stood up. She walked to the window. Looked outside. He doesn't like being called that. Sky's chest got tight. Is he here? Yes. I want to leave. You can't. Why not? Claire turned around. Her smile was gone now. Because he said so. Footsteps came from the hallway. Heavy. Slow. Sky's whole body froze. The door opened. The billionaire walked in. He wore a clean suit. His hair was combed perfect. He looked calm. But Sky saw his eyes. Cold. Empty. He looked at Claire. Leave us. Claire nodded and walked out. The door closed behind her. The billionaire stood there. Staring at Sky. She wanted to run. But there was nowhere to go. He sat down in the chair Claire was in. You're a brave girl. Sky didn't answer. Most kids would be screaming by now. But not you. She stared at the floor. Look at me when I talk to you. She didn't move. His voice got harder. I said look at me. Sky slowly lifted her head. Her eyes met his. He leaned forward. Do you know why you're here? She shook her head. Because your mother ran away. And running has consequences. Sky's hands balled into fists. You hurt her. She broke my things. You broke her soul. The billionaire froze. His face didn't move. But something in his eyes flickered. Nobody had ever said that to him before. He stood up. Walked to the door. Stopped. You'll stay here until your mother comes back. Where she belongs. Sky's voice cracked. She doesn't belong to you. He opened the door. Didn't look back. We'll see. The door closed. Sky was alone. For the first time, someone told him the truth. And he didn't know how to handle it. Okay, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Sky just told a billionaire the truth to his face. This story is going places you can't predict. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens when he finally breaks. Comment below, Team Sky or Team Billionaire. I want to see those answers. Tara couldn't sleep. She sat on the couch staring at nothing. Her eyes were red. Swollen. She hadn't blinked in minutes. Hawk sat across from her. He hadn't slept either. We'll get her back, he said again. Tara didn't respond. She'd heard it 10 times already. Tara. She finally looked at him. How? Tell me how. I'm working on it. That's not an answer. Hawk rubbed his face. I know. She stood up. Started pacing. He's probably feeding her. Giving her a nice room. Making her think he's kind. That's what he does. He makes you think you need him. She's smarter than that. She's 7, Hawk. 7. Her voice broke on the last word. Hawk stood up too. No fighting. You said that, remember? So we think. I'm done thinking. I just want my daughter. The room went quiet. Rook walked in. He held his phone. I got something. Hawk turned. What? A guy I know works maintenance near the Billionaire's properties. He says there's a kid there now. Showed up last night. Tara's eyes went wide. Where? Not the main mansion. Smaller house. Up in the hills. Private. Quiet. Tara grabbed Rook's arm. Take me there. We can't just walk in. I don't care. That's my daughter. Hawk stepped between them. Tara, listen. If we go in wild, he'll move her. Or worse. Then what? Hawk looked at Rook. Can your guy get eyes on her? Confirm it's Sky. Rook nodded. Maybe. He's off tomorrow. I'll ask. Tara's legs gave out. She sat back down. Her head fell into her hands. Hawk bent down next to her. We're close. I promise. She looked up. Tears ran down her face. What if she thinks I left her? What if she thinks I don't care? She knows you care. How can you be sure? Because kids always know. Tara wiped her face. I should have stayed. I should have just taken the beatings and stayed. Don't say that. It's true. At least she'd be with me. Hawk grabbed her hands. You didn't do this. He did. Don't carry his guilt. She looked at him. Really looked at him. Why are you helping me? Hawk didn't answer right away. He thought about it. Because nobody helped me when I needed it. And I'm tired of watching people suffer alone. Tara's lip trembled. Thank you. He nodded. Stood up. Rook made the call. Stepped outside to talk. Tara sat there. Silent. Her mind a mess. Inside that house, Sky was probably crying. Asking for her. Waiting. And Tara couldn't do anything. Not yet. Hawk walked to the window. Stared out at the dark street. The black car was gone tonight. That scared him more than when it was there. Silence was never good. It meant something was coming. Days dragged. Every hour felt like a year. And all they could do was wait. Sky saw her mom's picture on the wall. She'd been walking through the house. Claire wasn't watching close. So Sky slipped into a hallway. The walls had photos everywhere. Rich people stuff. Boats. Cars. Buildings. But then she saw it. Her mama. Younger. Smiling. Standing next to a woman in a white dress. Sky's heart jumped. She walked closer. The woman in white looked happy. The kind of happy you see in movies. Footsteps came behind her. The billionaire's voice. That's my wife. Sky turned fast. He stood there. Hands in his pockets. Face blank. She pointed at the picture. That's my mama. I know. She worked for us back then. Before my wife died. Sky's eyes narrowed. What happened to her? The billionaire walked closer. Stopped next to Sky. Stared at the picture. An accident. What kind? She fell. Sky looked at him. How? His jaw tightened. Down the stairs. Were you there? He didn't answer right away. Just kept staring at the picture. Yes. Sky's voice got quieter. Did you push her? His head snapped toward her. What? Did you push her down the stairs? His face went red. No. I loved her. Then why does my mama look so scared in your house? He opened his mouth. Closed it. No words came out. Sky turned back to the picture. My mama saw something, didn't she? The billionaire's hands balled into fists. You're too young to understand. I'm not stupid. I didn't say you were. Sky pointed at the picture again. What did my mama see? He was quiet for a long time. Too long. Then he finally spoke. She saw me and my wife arguing. At the top of the stairs. And my wife fell. Sky's stomach turned. You pushed her. It was an accident. Accidents don't make people lock my mama in a house. His voice got louder. She threatened to tell people. She said I killed my wife. Because you did. His fist hit the wall. Hard. The sound echoed through the hallway. Sky jumped. But she didn't run. He turned to her. His eyes were red now. Watery. You don't understand. I didn't mean to. We were fighting. She turned to leave. I grabbed her arm. She pulled away. Lost her balance. Sky stared at him. Then why didn't you call for help? I panicked. You let her die. His face crumbled. He sank against the wall. Slid down to the floor. For the first time, Sky saw him cry. Real tears. Ugly tears. He covered his face with his hands. I didn't mean it. I swear I didn't. Sky stood there. Watching him break. She whispered, You're scared she'll tell. He nodded. Yes. That's why you hurt her. Yes. Sky's voice got even softer. That's why you took me. He looked up at her. His face was a mess. Yes. That truth was heavier than fear. And now Sky carried it too. Hawk's phone rang at 2 in the morning. He grabbed it fast. Yeah. It's me. Rook's voice. My guy confirmed. It's her. It's Sky. Hawk sat up. Where exactly? Hillside property. 447 Oakmont Drive. Small house. 2 guards outside. 1 at the gate. Security cameras? Everywhere. Hawk rubbed his face. How's she look? Healthy. No visible injuries. She's eating. Walking around. Good. That's good. What's the play? Hawk thought. His mind raced through options. None of them clean. I need to talk to someone first. Who? Someone who knows how to make rich people hurt without touching them. He hung up. Tara was awake too. She'd heard the phone ring. Was that about Sky? Hawk nodded. She's okay. She's safe. Tara's eyes filled with tears. Relief. Pain. Hope. All at once. Where is she? I'll tell you. But first, I need you to trust me. With what? Hawk sat down next to her. What you saw. The wife. The stairs. That's our weapon. Tara's face went white. No. If I say anything, he'll what? He already took your daughter. What else can he do? Kill me. Not if the whole world knows first. Tara shook her head fast. You don't understand. He has lawyers. Judges. He'll make me look crazy. He'll say I'm lying. Not if we have proof. What proof? I saw it with my eyes. That's not proof. That's my word against his. Hawk leaned forward. Then we find someone else who saw something. Someone else who worked there. Someone who knows. Tara thought. Her mind went back to that night. 3 years ago. There was another maid. Rosa. She heard the argument too. She came upstairs after. She saw the body. She saw him standing there. Where is she now? I don't know. She quit a week later. Disappeared. Hawk pulled out his phone. What's her full name? Rosa Martinez. He started typing. Searching. His fingers moved fast. Minutes passed. Then his face changed. Found her. Tara leaned over. Where? Texas. Houston. Working at a hotel. Will she talk? Only one way to find out. He dialed. Put it on speaker. The phone rang 3 times. A woman's voice answered. Tired. Guarded. Hello? Hawk spoke calm. Rosa Martinez? Pause. Who's asking? My name's Hawk. I'm calling about Donovan. The line went silent. For a second, Hawk thought she hung up. Then her voice came back. Shaky. I don't know anyone by that name. You worked for him. 3 years ago. You were there the night his wife died. Her breathing got louder. I can't talk about that. Rosa, he took a kid. A little girl. 7 years old. Her mama worked for him too. Another pause. Then Rosa's voice cracked. Tara? Tara grabbed the phone. Rosa, it's me. Rosa started crying. Oh my God. Tara. I'm so sorry. I should have said something. I should have. It's okay. But I need your help now. Rosa sniffed. What do you need? Hawk answered. Everything you remember. Sky tried to escape. It was late. Everyone thought she was asleep. But she wasn't. She waited until the house went quiet. Until the footsteps stopped. Until the lights in the hallway turned off. Then she moved. The window in her room didn't lock. She'd checked earlier. She pushed it open slow. The night air hit her face. She looked down. It wasn't that high. Maybe 10 feet. She climbed onto the ledge. Her heart pounded so hard she heard it in her ears. She jumped. Her feet hit the grass hard. Pain shot through her ankles. She fell forward. Scraped her knee on a rock. Blood came through her pants. But she didn't cry. She got up. Ran. The yard was huge. Dark. Trees everywhere. She didn't know where she was going. She just ran. Behind her, a light turned on. Then another. Voices shouted. She's out. The kid's out. Footsteps. Heavy. Fast. Sky pushed harder. Her lungs burned. Her knee hurt bad. She saw the fence ahead. Tall. Metal. Too high to climb. She turned left. Kept running. A guard stepped out from behind a tree. She tried to stop. Slipped. Fell. He grabbed her arm. Got her. Another guard came running. Bring her back inside. They lifted her up. She kicked. Screamed. Let me go. I want my mama. They didn't listen. They carried her back to the house. The billionaire was waiting at the door. His face was tight. Angry. They brought Sky inside. Put her down. She stood there. Breathing hard. Her knee bleeding. He stared at her for a long time. Then he shouted. Why run? I give you everything. Food. A bed. Safety. Sky's voice shook, but she didn't back down. Freedom isn't a gift. His mouth opened. Then closed. Those words hit him like a punch. He took a step back. Claire came running with a first aid kit. Let me clean her knee. The billionaire waved her off. Leave. Claire hesitated. Then left. It was just him and Sky now. He bent down. Eye level with her. You remind me of someone. Sky didn't say anything. My wife. She used to say things like that. Things that made me think. Did you listen? His face changed. Pain crossed it. No. I didn't. Then you're stupid. He flinched. Nobody talked to him like this. Ever. But he didn't yell. He just sat down on the floor. Right there. In his expensive suit. Sky watched him. He looked at her bleeding knee. Does it hurt? Yes. I'm sorry. She didn't know what to say to that. He covered his face with his hands. I see her in you. Every time you talk. Every time you look at me like that. Like what? Like I'm a monster. Sky's voice was quiet. Are you? He didn't answer. He just sat there. And for the first time in years, he cried. Really cried. Some hearts don't need punishment. Hawk's phone captured it all. And Sky was finished. Her voice was Tara hoarse. And Hawk recorded everything. Will this help? Rosa Hawk talked for 2 hours straight. More than you know. She remembered everything. What happens to me if he finds out? Every detail. He won't. Every scream. We'll keep you out. Every lie. Promise? I promise. They hung up. Tara stared at the phone. We really doing this? Hawk looked at her. You want your daughter back? More than anything. Then yes. We're doing this. Tara's hands shook. If this goes wrong, we disappear. Both of us. Forever. Hawk stood up. If it goes right, Sky goes free. He forwarded the recording to someone. A journalist. Someone who owed him a favor. Someone who hated rich people getting away with murder. The message was simple, check this out. Name is Donovan. Billionaire. Killed his wife. Covered it up. He hit send. Then they waited. Tara couldn't sit still. She paced. Back and forth. Back and forth. How long? Could be hours. Could be days. I can't wait days. You have to. She stopped. Looked at him. What if they don't believe her? What if they think Rosa's lying? They won't. Her story matches the police report. The timeline. Everything. They'll check it. Tara sat down. Her leg bounced up and down. Nervous energy. Rook came in with coffee. Anything yet? Hawk shook his head. Not yet. Hours passed. The sun came up. Tara didn't sleep. Couldn't. Hawk's phone buzzed at 9 in the morning. He grabbed it fast. A message from the journalist, this is big. Running the story tonight. Hawk showed Tara. Her eyes went wide. Tonight? Tonight. She covered her mouth. Oh my God. This is good. This is what we need. But Tara's face didn't look relieved. It looked terrified. He'll know it was me. He'll know I talked. Let him know. He'll come for me. Hawk stood up. Walked to her. Let him try. She looked up at him. Tears in her eyes. You keep saying that. But what if you can't stop him? Then I'll die trying. The room went quiet. Tara's voice was barely a whisper. Why would you do that? Hawk didn't answer right away. He thought about his own past. His own regrets. The people he didn't save. Because someone has to. The day dragged. Every minute felt like an hour. Tara checked the clock every 5 minutes. Hawk stayed calm. Or at least looked calm. Inside, his gut was tight. This was the gamble. The all-in move. If it worked, they won. If it didn't, they lost everything. By evening, Tara couldn't breathe right. Hawk turned on the TV. 6 o'clock news. The anchor's face appeared. Serious. Professional. Tonight, we have a breaking story about billionaire Robert Donovan. Tara grabbed Hawk's arm. The story played. The wife. The stairs. The cover-up. Everything. And just like that, the world knew. Silence became heavier than sound. The story just went live. The whole world knows. If you've been watching without subscribing, now's the time. Because the next few minutes decide everything. Hit subscribe. Then comment one word that describes how you're feeling right now. I'll read every single one. News broke online. Not just local. National. Billionaire linked to wife's death. Witness comes forward after 3 years. Cover-up exposed. The story spread like fire. Within an hour, it was everywhere. Twitter. Facebook. News sites. Blogs. People were angry. Sharing. Commenting. The city buzzed. At the mansion, the billionaire sat in his office. His phone wouldn't stop ringing. Lawyers. Reporters. Business partners. He ignored all of it. His hands gripped the edge of his desk. Knuckles white. Then he snapped. He grabbed a vase. Threw it across the room. It shattered against the wall. Then another. And another. Papers flew. A lamp crashed. Glass everywhere. He screamed. No words. Just rage. Claire stood at the door. Too scared to come in. Sky heard it from her room. The breaking. The yelling. She walked to the hallway. Watched from a distance. He kicked a chair. Flipped his desk. Then he stopped. His chest heaved. His face was red and wet. He looked at his hands. Shaking. Covered in cuts from the broken glass. He didn't even feel the pain. Sky stepped closer. Are you okay? He spun around. Saw her standing there. His face crumbled. He fell to his knees. Right there in the middle of the mess. And he cried. Not the quiet kind. The ugly kind. The kind that comes from years of holding it in. His whole body shook. Sky walked closer. Slow. Careful. She stopped a few feet away. You hurt people. He nodded. Couldn't speak. You hurt my mama. Another nod. You took me. He covered his face with his bloody hands. I know. I know. Why? His voice came out broken. Because I was scared. Of what? Of the truth. Of people knowing what I did. Sky tilted her head. And now they know. Yes. Good. He looked up at her. Tears ran down his face. You hate me. Sky thought about it. Really thought. I don't know. Maybe. He laughed. But it wasn't a happy sound. It was the sound of someone who had nothing left. You should. Everyone should. Sky sat down on the floor. Not close. But not far either. My mama says hate makes you tired. He wiped his face. She's right. They sat there in silence, surrounded by broken things. After a long time, he spoke again. Quieter now. I loved her. My wife. I really did. Then why'd you push her? I didn't mean to. We were fighting. She said she was leaving. Taking everything. I grabbed her. She pulled away. Lost her balance. And you didn't call for help. I panicked. I thought if I called, they'd blame me. So I waited. Made it look like an accident. Sky's voice was soft. Now you know how my mama felt. His head dropped. What? Trapped. Scared. Alone. He sank lower. His forehead touched the floor. Some hearts don't need punishment. They need mirrors. Tara and Hawk saw the news too. The story was everywhere. Comments flooded in. People demanded justice. Police reopened the case. Tara stared at the screen. Her hands covered her mouth. It worked. Hawk nodded. It worked. She started crying. Not sad tears. Relief tears. Does this mean? It means he has bigger problems now than hiding your daughter. Rook came in fast. Guys. You need to see this. He turned up the TV volume. A reporter stood outside the billionaire's property. Sources say Mr. Donovan has not left his home since the story broke. His lawyers have issued no comment. Police are reportedly seeking a warrant to question him. Tara's tears kept coming. She's still in there. Sky's still in there. Hawk grabbed his phone. Not for long. He called someone. Waited. A voice answered. Detective Morrison. It's Hawk. Remember that favor you owe me? Pause. Yeah. What do you need? A kid. 7 years old. Being held at 447 Oakmont Drive. Name Sky. Held? Like kidnapped? Exactly like that. You got proof? Her mother's right here. And the guy holding her? That's Donovan. The one all over the news. Morrison whistled low. All right. Give me 30 minutes. Make it 20. He hung up. Tara grabbed Hawk's arm. Will they really go? Morrison's good. He'll go. She paced again. Couldn't stop moving. What if Donovan runs? What if he takes her somewhere else? He won't. He's too broken right now. How do you know? Because men like him don't run when they're exposed. They collapse. Rook checked his watch. 20 minutes. Every second dragged. Tara couldn't breathe right. Her chest was tight. Then Hawk's phone rang again. Morrison. We're at the gate. Donovan's lawyers are here. They're trying to block us. Can you get in? We got a warrant. We're going in. The line stayed open. Tara pressed her ear close. Listening. Voices in the background. Shouting. Doors opening. Then Morrison's voice. We got her. She's okay. Tara collapsed. Hawk caught her. She sobbed into his chest. She's okay. She's okay. Morrison spoke again. Where do you want us to bring her? Hawk gave the garage address. 20 minutes later, a car pulled up outside. Tara ran out before it even stopped. The door opened. Sky stepped out. Their eyes met. Mama. Sky ran. Tara ran. They collided in the middle of the street. Tara held her so tight Sky could barely breathe. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Sky cried into her shoulder. I knew you'd come. I knew it. Tara kissed her head over and over. I love you. I love you so much. Hawk stood back. Watched them. Rook stood next to him. We did good. Hawk nodded. Yeah. We did. Morrison walked over. Donovan's in custody. They're taking him in for questioning. Good. Morrison looked at Tara and Sky. She's brave. That kid. You should be proud. Tara looked up. Tears still running. I am. That night, a car arrived at the garage again. But this time, it wasn't the billionaire. It was just headlights passing by. Tara didn't flinch. For the first time in years, she wasn't afraid. The moment everyone waited for. The billionaire stepped out of the police car. Handcuffs on. Head down. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. He said nothing. But that same night, after posting bail, he did something no one expected. He came to the garage. Alone. No guards. No lawyers. No threats. Just him. Hawk saw the car pull up. His hand went to his belt. Ready. But then the door opened. The billionaire stepped out. His suit was wrinkled. His face looked older. Tired. He walked toward the garage. Slow. Hawk stepped outside. You got guts showing up here. The billionaire stopped. I came for forgiveness. Hawk laughed. Cold. Wrong place. I know. But I had to try. Tara heard his voice. Her whole body went stiff. Sky grabbed her hand. It's okay, Mama. I'm here. Tara stood up. Walked to the door. The billionaire saw her. His face broke. Tara. She didn't move. Just stared. He took a step forward. Hawk blocked him. Don't. The billionaire stopped. His eyes stayed on Tara. I'm sorry. I know that means nothing. But I am. Tara's voice was ice. You ruined my life. He nodded. I know. You beat me. Locked me up. Took my daughter. I know. And now you want forgiveness? He dropped to his knees. Right there in the dirt. Yes. Sky stepped forward. Out from behind her mama. The billionaire looked at her. Sky. She walked closer. Stopped a few feet away. He cried, Mama. Tara looked at her daughter. What? When the news came out. He broke everything in his house. Then he cried. Tara's face didn't change. Good. The billionaire's head dropped lower. I deserve that. Tara walked closer. Stood over him. He looked up at her. Waiting. She spoke slow. Clear. Do you really feel sorry? Yes. For what you did to your wife? Yes. For what you did to me? Yes. For taking my daughter? His voice cracked. Yes. For all of it. Tara stared at him for a long time. Then she spoke. Then live with it. His face twisted. What? Live with it. Every day. Every morning you wake up. Every night you go to sleep. Remember what you did. Carry it. Feel it. He started crying again. I will. I promise. Tara bent down. I level with him. I don't forgive you. Not today. Maybe not ever. But I won't let you destroy me anymore. She stood up. Turned around. Walked back to Sky. Sky hugged her mama tight. The billionaire stayed on his knees. Broken. Hawk walked over. You heard her. Now leave. The billionaire stood. Slow. His legs shook. He looked at Tara one last time. Thank you. She didn't turn around. He walked back to his car. Got in. Drove away. Tara held Sky close. For the first time, she didn't cry from pain. She cried from release. The weight she carried for years lifted. Not all the way. But enough. Enough to breathe. Enough to live. Hawk watched the car disappear into the night. You good? Tara nodded. I'm good. Sky smiled. We're free, Mama. Tara kissed her head. Yeah, baby. We're free. Weeks passed. The billionaire sold his mansion. All of it. The main house. The properties. Everything. The news reported it. Disgraced billionaire liquidates assets. People speculated. Some said he was paying off lawsuits. Others said he was running. Nobody knew for sure. He disappeared from the city. No interviews. No statements. Just gone. Tara didn't care where he went. She had her own life to rebuild. She found work at a small bakery downtown. The owner was kind. An older woman named Mrs. Chen. The pay wasn't much. But it was honest. Clean. Tara smiled more now. Real smiles. Sky went to school again. Made friends. Drew pictures in class. Her teacher said she was bright. Creative. Full of life. Hawk visited sometimes. Always on Fridays. He'd bring donuts. Sit with them for an hour. Make Sky laugh with his stories. She called him Uncle H. It stuck. One Friday, Sky asked him, why don't you have kids? Hawk sipped his coffee. Never found the right person, I guess. My mama's nice. Tara's face went red. Sky. Hawk laughed. She is. But your mama's got enough on her plate. Sky shrugged. Just saying. Life became simple again. Quiet. The kind of quiet that heals. But one day, Tara found a letter in the mailbox. No return address. Just her name written on the front. Her hands shook when she opened it. Inside was a single piece of paper. The handwriting was shaky. Like someone wrote it while crying. Thank you for forgiving me. Tara read it twice. 3 times. Under the words was a drawing. Pencil. Simple. But detailed. It was her and Sky. Smiling. Holding hands. At the bottom, small letters, I'm sorry. R.D. Tara sat down. Stared at the drawing. She didn't know how to feel. Angry? Sad? Relieved? All of it. None of it. Sky came over. What's that? Tara folded the letter. Just something from the past. Is it bad? No, baby. It's closure. Sky didn't understand the word. But she hugged her mama anyway. That night, Tara tucked Sky into bed. Their small apartment wasn't fancy. But it was theirs. Safe. Warm. Free. Sky yawned. Mama? Yeah. Do you think he's happy now? Tara thought about the letter. The drawing. The apology. Maybe not happy. But maybe human now. Sky nodded. Her eyes got heavy. Then I did good. You did, baby. You did so good. Sky's breathing slowed. She drifted off. Tara kissed her forehead. Turned off the light. She walked to the window. Looked out at the street. Quiet. Peaceful. No black cars. No threats. No fear. Just life. The kind of life she thought she'd never have again. From the distance, headlights appeared. A familiar bike pulled up. Hawk got off. Looked up at her window. She waved. He waved back. She opened the door. He walked up with a small bag. What's that? He smiled. Cake. Thought we could celebrate. Celebrate what? Freedom. Tara smiled. Real and wide. Yeah. Let's celebrate freedom. They sat at her small table. Ate cake. Talked. Sky woke up. Joined them. She laughed. Hawk laughed. Tara laughed. And for the first time in years, everything felt right. Sky looked at the sunrise. She stood by the window. Her pajamas wrinkled. Hair messy from sleep. The sky turned orange. Then pink. Then gold. Mama, come look. Tara walked over. Still half asleep. But she came. They stood together. Watching the world wake up. It's pretty, Sky said. It is. Sky was quiet for a moment. Then she spoke. Mama, do you think he's happy now? Tara knew who she meant. She always knew. I don't know, baby. Do you hope he is? Tara thought about it. Really thought. I hope he's at peace. That's different than happy. Sky nodded like she understood. Do you think he's still sorry? I think sorry doesn't go away. Not for something like that. Good. Tara looked down at her daughter. Why good? Because if it goes away, it means he forgot. And forgetting is worse than remembering. Tara's chest tightened. Her daughter was 7. But sometimes she spoke like someone who'd lived 100 years. You're so smart. Sky smiled. I get it from you. They stood there a little longer. Quiet. Peaceful. Then a car pulled up outside. Not the black car. Not a threat. Just Hawk's bike. Sky's face lit up. Uncle H. She ran to the door. Tara followed. Hawk stepped out. He held a small box. White with a ribbon. Morning, ladies. Sky jumped. What's in the box? Patience, kid. They went inside. Sat at the table. Hawk opened the box. Inside was a small cake. Vanilla. Sky's favorite. Her eyes went wide. It's not my birthday. I know. Then why cake? Hawk looked at Tara. Then at Sky. Because sometimes you celebrate just because you can. Tara's eyes got wet. She wiped them fast. Hawk cut 3 slices. Handed them out. They ate. No talking. Just eating. Then Sky broke the silence. Uncle H? Yeah? Are you gonna stay? He paused. Fork halfway to his mouth. What do you mean? Are you gonna be around? Like, forever? Hawk looked at Tara. She looked back. He put his fork down. As long as you'll have me. Sky grinned. Good. 'Cause I like you. I like you too, kid. They finished the cake. Laughed about nothing. Talked about everything. Outside, the sun kept rising. The city came alive. People walked. Cars drove. Life moved forward. Tara stood up. Walked to the window again. Hawk came over. Stood next to her. You good? She nodded. Yeah. I'm good. Really? Really? He smiled. Good. Sky joined them. Squeezed between them. This is nice, she said. Tara kissed her head. It is. They stood there. The three of them. Watching the world outside. No fear. No pain. No running. Just three people who found each other when they needed it most. The camera would fade there. On laughter born from pain. Ending one chapter. Opening another. If this story hit you, subscribe for more like it. Real stories. Real emotion. No fluff. And before you go, comment and tell me, did the billionaire deserve forgiveness? I need to know what you think. See you in the next one. Because life doesn't stop after the storm. It begins again. Stronger. Freer. Whole.